So, what do we expect when we run the get method? In essence, it should return some random weather data for the next few days. Let's test that. As already mentioned, we can just press the play button in the toolbar to build and start the project and also run your default browser and already access this controller. A quick look at the launch settings JSON tells you that the launch URL for the IIS Express would be weather forecast. Just to be already clear on this, when you have a look at the weather forecast controller again, you see the class name weather forecast controller and the attribute route on top of the class. The string controller in brackets is a convention that tells the application that this controller here will be accessed by its name. And the name is everything that stands before the term controller. So it's just weather forecast. Long story short, let's run the app. As you can see, Chrome has been started and we already opened the proper URL and got the result of the get method. Random weather data for the next few days. To see the data a bit more organized, we can open the developer tools of Chrome and open the network tab. And because it's so much fun to see the weather, let's get the data with Postman. Just copy the URL from Chrome first. If you haven't already, make yourself a bit familiar with Postman. The essential part is in the middle. We can choose the HTTP request method, in this particular case it is GET, and then enter the URL and hit send. The styling of this result should look similar to the developer tools of Chrome. Sweet. Now what about the port 5000? I told you that there's another way to run the application. The great thing about that way is that we can modify our code and the application restarts itself as soon as any change has been saved. So let's go back to Visual Studio, stop the app first, and then open the Package Manager console. You could also use the terminal, that's totally up to you. Here we first have to switch to the proper directory and then we can either enter .NET Run or .NET Watch Run and hit enter. With .NET Watch Run, the app will restart with any code change. That's why I like to use this command. The URL is a bit different now. In Postman, we replace the port, hit send again, and there is the weather forecast. Nice. Alright, everything seems to be in place. Let's initialize a Git repository now, and then we are ready to build our own controller.